Hey, what's up guys? Today I'm going to show you how to install the software called Magic Lantern. For those of you who don't know what Magic Lantern is, I'm on the home page now. And basically what it is a software that enables your camera to do all kinds of stuff that it technically isn't supposed to do. Canon by factory default, certain models can only do certain things. But Magic Lantern can really open up some doors for your camera and help you do all kinds of stuff. It says here, especially for videographers, not so much for photographers, but for videographers, you can do HDR video, you can do time lapses, you can do rack focusing, which is really cool. There's all kinds of different stuff. And I may do a separate video that touches on all of its features, but in this video I'm just going to show you how to install it. And you want to be careful with Magic Lantern. Magic Lantern was not developed by Canon. It's a non-profit group of developers who just know how to make software, figured out how to make these Canon cameras do things that they're not supposed to do. When you download Magic Lantern, you are essentially voiding any warranty that you have, and you can really mess up the camera if you use it incorrectly. I've heard like horror stories of, not people that I know, but of people bricking their camera. They use Magic Lantern incorrectly, and it messes with the internal software on the camera and basically bricks the camera, which means the camera doesn't even turn on. Nothing works on it. You're essentially holding a $500 to $1,000 brick. So I've never experienced any problems with it. I have friends that use this and they've never experienced any problems with it, but you still want to make sure that you're using it correctly. There's a bunch of information, on the Magic Lantern website here, they have a support tab with the frequently asked questions, the FAQs there. It'll tell you all kinds of little stuff you need to be aware of, like they say to use a 32 gigabyte or less SD card when first installing it. There's also a little red flash when you turn a camera on and off and when you insert an SD card that you just want to make sure is not flashing anytime you insert the SD card, take out the SD card, or turn the camera on and off. And there's just a few other things you just want to be aware of before you start using it. You want to make sure you have the same Magic Lantern software for your camera. And you also want to make sure that your camera's firmware matches that version of Magic Lantern. So the camera that we're going to be using is the T3i, the Canon T3i. There's a lot of different other models that it is compatible with the exception of the 40D and I believe the first 5D. I think they're still working on the Magic Lantern software for those cameras. But we're going to be using the Canon T3i. You want to make sure that your Canon T3i has the correct firmware, and you want 1.0.2. And you can find this out by going into your menu and going over to one of the last few tabs and check the firmware on it. If it says 1.0.2, you're good. If not, you want to go to this website here. It's on Canon. It's on Canon's site, and it just has all the firmware updates for each of their cameras, and I'll even put a link in the description for that. Once you have that firmware on your camera, you're ready to download the Canon T3i version of Magic Lantern. And I've got that pulled up here. You would go to downloads and find it, select your camera. But I've got it right here. All right. So I've got my SD card right here. I also have Magic Lantern downloaded for the Canon T3i, which is right here. You're gonna open up this this file here. It's basically a zip file when you download it, and when you open it up, you're gonna see three things: Auto Exec, this ML folder, and the setup. You want all three of those things to be copied onto your SD card. So once they're on the SD card, you are going to eject the SD card and plug the SD card into your camera. So once you have Magic Lantern on your SD card, you're just going to pop it right into the side. Just like so. And we're going to go over to our menu at the far right where it says firmware version 1.0.2. You're going to hit it, and it's going to say current version is 1.0.2, and you can update it. And you're going to just say OK. And if you give it a few seconds, you'll see Magic Lantern just going to start downloading onto your camera. And this is the freaky part where we just wait, where it might brick our camera, but we're really hoping it doesn't. Restart your camera. Give it a few seconds. And looks like we're good. So now Magic Lantern is on your camera. You can press the trash bin down at the bottom, and you can see you have all kinds of different settings now for your T3i, and there's a lot of stuff. I'll have to make a different video that goes into more of what all these functions are and how to go about using them. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, so now you have Magic Lantern on your camera, so be careful with it and have fun with it.